Follow the 2021-22 Premier League season on the OneFootball app, with breaking news stories, match stats and live scores. Get customized push notifications to receive team news, goal alerts and more. Download it for free, the link is in the description. After a relatively smooth start to the season, Gameweek 5 has seen the first major drop in rank, down from 95k to 245k. That was largely down to poor performances in defence, where everything that could go wrong did go wrong. Robert Sanchez was shown a late yellow card for time wasting, Trent Alexander-Arnold was missing through illness, and Luca Digne scored an own goal. Shockingly, only Man City recorded a lower expected goals conceded figure than Everton, perhaps highlighting how much they missed the injured Jordan Pickford. The late decision to bring in Nelson Semedo for a hit hasn't got off to the best of starts, after Wolves conceded an early penalty to Brentford. The misfortune continued in midfield, where Diogo Jota fired over the bar from 3 yards out, with the goalkeeper out of sight. Only 3 players amassed more than his 0.9 expected goals figure during the game week, and that one big chance alone was worth an astounding 0.61 xg. It was Mohamed Salah whose effort had been saved to afford Jota his big chance, but thankfully the Egyptian still went on to deliver the goods. Only Ismaila Sarr and Cristiano Ronaldo could equal his 5 shots on target during the game week. Patience with Saïd Benrahma was finally rewarded, after he scored a fairly fortunate deflected goal in the 2-1 defeat to Man United. But it was promising to see him create a big chance for Jarrod Bowen, which carried a 0.54 expected goals figure. Cristiano Ronaldo thoroughly impressed once again, producing game week high figures of 7 shots and 1.84 expected goals. While Bamford didn't really do enough to justify the sale of Antonio. Leeds on the whole continued to underwhelm, creating just one big chance against Newcastle. So let's move on to the transfer plans ahead of Saturday's Game Week 6 deadline. Looking back with hindsight, it was perhaps a missed opportunity not to give the wildcard more thought last game week. But that was largely because of how well set up the team looks for Game Week 6. So the plan now is to bank the free transfer and then look at ways to bring in Romelu Lukaku for Game Week 7. Patrick Bamford is flagged as an early doubt, but I'm hopeful of him returning to face West Ham on Saturday after sitting out midweek. Other than that, Diogo Jota is the man closest to making way, with fixtures against the 2 teams to record the fewest XG conceded this season up next, Brentford and Man City. Selling him either to Ismaila Sarr or Rafinha if fit is a move that's more likely to be made in Game Week 7, but that would mean selling Cristiano Ronaldo to bring in Lukaku. And given Everton's long list of injuries, that's a move that's looking harder and harder to make. But let's see where we are this time next week and reassess. Here's how the team is set to line up for Game Week 6. Having survived 2 disallowed goals to win against Leicester last game week, Brighton rank amongst the top 6 teams for shots conceded from inside the box this season. They've conceded 6 big chances, with only Everton, Brentford, Liverpool and Man City allowing fewer. Crystal Palace have scored 5 goals under Patrick Vieira, 3 of which came after Spurs fell to pieces with 10 men. There's lots of funds invested in defence, which is something that will definitely be addressed when using the wildcard shortly. For now though, it means there's good cover on the bench this week in Vladimir Sofal against Leeds, should Alexander-Arnold fail to recover from his illness, although that seems unlikely. Prior to their defeat to Brentford, Wolves had ranked amongst the top 3 defences for XG conceded. They've since moved down to 7th, and face a Southampton side that have toughened up defensively themselves in the last 3 game weeks. Luca Digne has been one of the biggest disappointments of the season so far, but he'll get one last outing against a Norwich side that have lost each of their 5 matches so far. No side has amassed fewer than their 4 big chances, while only Spurs have taken fewer shots in the box. Luke Shaw continues to link up well with Cristiano Ronaldo down the left-hand side, only Cancelo has completed more final third passes amongst defenders. Man United have restricted opponents to just 27 shots in the box, with only Man City faring better. It's set to be an unchanged midfield after Benrahma returned to the score sheet last weekend. Leeds are missing a number of key players in defence and may be forced to use Calvin Phillips at centre-back if Luke Ayling fails to recover from his knee injury. No team have racked up more than their 5.66 expected goals conceded over the last 2 game weeks. Bringing Diogo Jota back in for the last 2 game weeks has been incredibly frustrating. In that time, the out-of-position midfielder has taken 7 shots without scoring, and no teammate has provided as many as his 7 attempted assists. Meanwhile, his 1.31 expected assists is a league-leading figure. Mason Greenwood has taken a backseat since Cristiano Ronaldo's arrival, mustering up just 2 shots in the last 2 game weeks. His game time is becoming increasingly at risk, with Jesse Lingard scoring in each of his 2 cameos in that time. But it's still tempting to leave him in for the 2 home matches to come against Aston Villa and Everton, before moving him on with the wildcard. All being well, Patrick Bamford should be available to face West Ham this weekend. If not, an immediate switch back to Antonio would perhaps be on the cards. The number of injuries Leeds have is a concern, but the forward trails only Lukaku, Salah and Mane for shots inside the box over the last 4 game weeks. Since his arrival in Game Week 4, no player has produced as many shots or expected goals as Cristiano Ronaldo. He faces an Aston Villa side that have shipped 6 goals across their 2 away matches so far this season. Once again, we've got a tough decision to make for captaincy, with Mohamed Salah and Cristiano Ronaldo the 2 standout contenders. Both players have landed 7 shots on target in the last 2 game weeks, but Ronaldo has the advantage when it comes to big chances, beating the Egyptian 5-3. Whilst you'd expect Liverpool to have enough to take the 3 points, Brentford have been so impressive defensively this season, ranking second only to Man City for XG conceded. So it's Cristiano Ronaldo who wears the armband as things stand.